Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Ashley.
And let's see if the void echoes back today.
We're two best friends diving deeper into the void, talking about Hazelthorn Part 2. Chapters 17 through 32.
32.
Whatever the end of it is.
Did we finish?
Cover 15? I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
15 or
I don't
17.
know. I think it's 16. I think we start at 16. 16 to 32 is what we're going to cover. And if we already covered 16, too bad, people. You're going to listen to it again. Jumping right back in, we left off when Colton, sorry, that's not his fucking name. I'm so sorry, guys. I already messed up.
You said that with
5 seconds.
Confidence, too.
The butler dude, what is his name? Clayton?
Clayton.
Is it
Clayfield? Nope.
No, I think it's Clayton.
I think it's Clayton.
Colton? No, Clayton sounds better. No. That sounds more accurate. As I die over here. But right after his attack, and now Evander is in the room with Lori, and Lori is comforting him. And we see that, the
Carrington.
God damn it. Clayton is really close, okay, guys? I got really close.
Clayfield?
I don't know. I don't remember his name.
Colton.
As you guys can tell, we're really bad at remembering names. If they're like not right in front of our faces, we're probably gonna be like, yep, this is who he is, the butler.
Yeah, what was the other book that you said it so confidently? And I was like, yeah.
Multiple books.
I think it's all the books.
I was like, so many.
The only one that we haven't was Fourth Wing, because we were with the characters so much.
Well, also, we wrote down the names so many times.
I know, I literally was writing something for a class, and I had to write, it's for a substance use class, and I had to write Xanax down, and I kept writing Zayden, and I went, and I was like, why? I didn't spell this wrong. And so I kept going, and I'm like, oh.
I love this dyslexic brain in its entirety, because I would have done the exact same thing and been like, what do you mean? That definitely spells Xanax. And people are like, it does not. It does not. What is that? Who is that?
And I'm full confidence. And I'm like going, and I'm like, it's still saying it's spelled wrong. I swear to God, I'm spelling this correctly. And then I looked, and I'm like, I'm writing Zayden.
That's why.
So I'm very concerned that I might do this on like a test or a quiz or something, because
okay.
And then my teacher's gonna be like, Ashley, you spelled Xanax wrong every single time. And I'd be like, I did? Are you sure? And she'd be like, yeah, you're writing Zayden. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I had to write Zayden probably 500 times.
It's an equivalent. A lot of people take him like that. Okay. Sorry.
Have you ever heard of the Fourth Wing series? So, book talk. You see, he is Xanax. Equivalent.
Yeah. Some people take him like that. Other people snort him like cocaine, but it's cool. Sorry. Can we talk about that? Sure. Yeah, we can. We're very much an adult. Me getting very concerned if we could talk about that for a second.
It's like, have you not listened? Or I'm so sorry.
You're right.
Been on our podcast.
I was like, it's me. Yeah. What are we talking about? It's me. Of course. Of course we can. Literally dropping me out
on this podcast
5 seconds into our podcast. Yeah, you're right. Me getting like really concerned for a second. I was like, wait, can I say that?
Yes, Kayla, you could say that.
Thank you. Yeah. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Yeah. Don't do them.
If you do them, please do them in a safe place with people that you trust. Always have somebody sober around. And if you're ever hesitant, and if the answer is maybe I want to do this, the answer is fucking no. If it's not an immediate yes, you don't want to do it, don't be pressured. Don't do drugs.
Woo! Follow the DARE program.
Well,
don't do that.
That's hence why I said if the answer is maybe
or No, it's
no. Honestly, if the answer is ever maybe I want to try it, the answer is no.
Yeah.
Your answer is actually no. Because you're hesitant and you're not ready to do it. If your answer is not immediately yes, don't do it.
Yeah.
So, Kaylee's drug talk. Thank you guys for coming to my TED talk. That was about
better
drugs.
than the entirety of Dare. Did you say butt drugs?
I did not, but
okay.
You know what? If butt drugs are your thing, Ashley, no judgment. Everybody's trying a little bit of something, so if that's your thing, then that's your thing. Like,
thank you, Kaylee. I appreciate it. Ashley
really likes butts.
You really like butts.
Of course I do. Obviously. Exactly. Duh. Of course I do.
You're like, have you met me?
Why was that a question? Yeah, of course, yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, jumping right back into the book as we went on our little side tangent there. Don't do drugs. Kaylee's better than the entirety of the DARE program, at least from what I experienced as a child.
Yeah, I was homeschooled.
Did you experience DARE as a child?
No, I was homeschooled.
That's what I thought. I'm like, I don't know how that works.
I was homeschooled. Where the fuck is this DARE project coming from? No, I guess it was more. I was just indoctrinated by the church. Hardcore. Oh yeah,
exactly.
Hardcore cult church.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs. Never have sex. Marry the first person you date. Disgusting. Not trying to yuck anybody's yums, but not really great programs for ananybody. Yes, I do. Okay. I also kind of think that DARE is like a pyramid scheme for cops. Like if you think about the way that DARE is set up, DARE is literally like a pyramid scheme, and it's kind of funny.
I have not thought about DARE in so long. Hold on, I have to go back. We had a meeting with DARE every month.
Yeah, I don't really remember it, but I do see the clips of adults being like, hey kids, come up and help us enact a skit for a second, and they're like,
yes,
do you want to do drugs? And the kids are supposed to say no, but they're like, yes, and they're like, no, you're supposed to say no. Yes, no, yes. You're supposed to say no.
Yep.
Yeah, I do see those videos.
Yeah,
I also saw the video of this one kid being like, they're like, oh, do you have any family members that take drugs? And yeah, my sister does. And what drugs do your sister take? Hot Cheetos. She eats them every day. And I was like, okay, I guess. They are drugs. Hot Cheetos are drugs, according to the small child. Also, with how much Red 40 is in it, probably by now.
Yeah, absolutely. By now, have you seen that they're making the chips and stuff without Red 40? So
yes.
Dominoes.
Yes.
What are the fucking called?
Hot Cheetos.
Domino's Doritos. I meant Doritos.
Yeah, they're naked hot Cheetos. They call them.
Yeah, I have not had them yet.
I heard that they're good. I heard that they actually taste the same.
Than the original. Really? I've heard that they're even better.
Oh, I see. I don't know. I've heard that they taste the same. I'm not a big Doritos fan, so I don't eat Doritos, but I'll eat hot Cheetos. I love hot Cheeto fries. Hot Cheeto fries are superior to hot Cheetos.
So great.
I don't know what it is about it, but I think it's the texture.
Good. Yeah, it's the texture. And the flavor is slightly different. Oh my god.
It's slightly different. I don't know.
My favorite
but it's also better than a puff, because puffs are kind of trash.
Oh, yeah, no, puffs, yeah. But I really love the puff corn, the small little puffs. I don't know what they put in those. Those are fucking crack. Those are so good.
Like the corn nuts that are puffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good. Yes,
those are so good. Those are so good.
Yes,
and you can never find them literally anywhere, and I get so mad.
Trader Joe's has them.
Where's a Trader Joe's, Kaylee?
You're right. I'm sorry. You live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. What am I saying?
I'm not looking for flower stores. Stop. I'm looking for Trader Joe's.
I mean, Trader Joe's is kind of a flower store here. They do have... Honestly, I think Trader Joe's has better flower selection. If you're attempting to buy single flowers for Valentine's Day, Trader Joe's might have better selection than Whole Foods right now.
Interesting.
Personally, I don't love shopping at Whole Foods, but that's just a me thing.
I have not been at Whole Foods.
But also, everybody, if you guys are looking for... technically, we already we should have said Happy Valentine's Day in another one. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
yeah, we're a month late.
We're filming this in February, and we are a month late now. But you know,
Yeah.
do whatever you guys do. Also, you know, please support small local floor shops. They're the best, and will really get the job
It
done.
sounded like you said floor stops.
Yep.
And I was like, yes, go promote your floor shops. Good job.
Yep. Please do that. That is very good.
Ooh, they're like down the street from each other.
All right. So where's Trader Joe's? Like 2 hours away from you? 3?
An hour and 30 minutes.
An hour and 30. That's not bad, guys.
That's not bad.
So you
and
could
it's
go
only
get
10 minutes from.
Oh, the other place?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. That's sick.
Hell yeah. Dude, every time I hear it, I cannot.
Hell yeah.
Like, oh my god, that video.
Yeah, no,
of the guy.
actually, my boy voices have gotten a lot better.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, I did one without like a crazy like surfer dude accent, so it was
love that.
pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna rewatch the tape and see if it was actually any fucking good, but I doubt it.
Well, I mean,
so sorry.
hopefully something comes of it.
Yeah, a little self-deprecation there always goes a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, you know? But, you know, sorry.
Okay, Kaylee.
Okay, back to the point, because they actually say something about self-deprecation in the book.
Oh, yeah, they do.
This is a great tie back.
Yeah. Good job, Kaylee. Yes, we're back to the book. We are releasing on Wednesdays. If you just enjoy our banter, sometimes we just talk on Wednesdays.
Yeah, just come join us for Wednesday. It's fun. It's kooky.
And we also have an email list if you want even more of this.
Yeah, if you want more of this, we love that shit for you guys. Come join us.
We also don't get tired of each other, which is shocking. Never mind. No.
We only get tired for a couple of days. It's me. It's really me.
So valid.
I love Ashley so much, but
there are times where I just kind of want to listen to my book, Love You, Kaylee, but
is so kind because me and Ashley have the friendship where I can literally like she calls me and I'm like, hey Ashley, I think I just need a couple of days. Just I will call you when I'm ready. I just need a break. Just for like a day and a half. I just need to not talk to literally anybody.
And I go, cool, have fun.
Yeah. And vice versa. And so it's just like thank you for giving me the time and the space that I need, considering the fact that we talk for 4 to 8 hours every time we talk every single day. So, you know, it's cool. It's very true. You laugh, but like,
I know, it's so true. I know my grandma's like, oh, like what's the longest you've been on the phone with Kaylee? I'm like, well, okay, so we filmed in the morning for 5 hours, and then we proceeded to call for, I think, another 7 hours.
Yeah, like another like 4 on top of that. So
yeah,
like, you know,
so I feel like maybe like 10.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a good thing we don't live near each other.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would just always be there.
It's cool.
Anyway, so back to the book.
Yeah. Back to the book. Laurie is holding Evander in his room, consoling him after this attack.
My god, it was so great. But it doesn't, like, I love how Evander's like, this isn't an episode. Like, I promise this isn't an episode.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, because Laurie's like, oh, are you sure this is not an episode? Like, do you need, like, what do you need?
Yeah, because we see, I keep wanting to call him Clayfield now. Carrington. Like, harassing
this child. Because he cares a ton.
Thank you. That was dumb. And he,
Are you gonna forget it, though?
No.
I was like, you're right, it is. I agree.
But jumping, like, previous episodes, he was, like, attacked, and this man is dead. And it's very, like, sexually undertoned, too.
Yeah.
And so he's
but
like,
I also think that it really adds to the idea that the garden wants him. That the garden needs him. That the garden is constantly, like, is hungry for him and his flesh. And his flesh. Just like that.
You know, that doesn't even gross me out much anymore. You do it so often.
No, it doesn't. I think everybody's used to me doing that now, especially like when blood is involved. I think like it's just like a the leather.
That was such a little like tiny.
The leather.
So then he's consoling him. What?
There was only a couple drops, so
it was just a little. So he's consoling him, and then Evander is like, okay, actually, Laurie has like common sense, which I feel like we don't see very often in like horror shit. Because Evander's like, we need to go into the forest and follow him now, like right now.
They want to go into the garden right now.
And then Laurie's like, okay, bro, but can we like wait until it's morning so we could see shit? Like, why do we need to go at night? Like, that's stupid. And then
also, thinking back at it, Laurie probably understands and knows the danger.
Yes.
Of what being in the garden actually means, especially at night, because even Laurie said that I don't even go out there at night.
Yeah.
Like, we don't go at night.
Yeah.
So
like, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
And so then Evander's like, okay. And then he like runs and books it outside. And then once we're in the garden, we find and we see Bane.
Yes.
Okay. And we see him.
At least that's what I'm going to call him.
Cool.
I don't know if that's his name.
In the red door. Which...
B-A-N-E, Bane? Right? Bane.
B-A-N-E?
Yeah, right? But...
That's what I thought. I don't know. I didn't read the fucking book, Kaylee. I listened to it. You expect... I don't know.
Written down, okay? It's written somewhere in our really long, drawn-out notes, okay?
And then, so then the door that's in the garden is open, the red door, and every time Hill House has, like, scarred me. And I'm like, why are we going into rooms with red doors, you guys? Like, have we learned
it's not even... See, here's the thing.
It's not even just Hill House.
Yeah, I was like, this depiction of a brightly colored door in the middle of a darkened forest garden field in the middle of nowhere where a door should not be. Never a good idea.
Never a good idea. And so it's open, and so Evander's like looking in, and we see Bane in there with the
Jessica,
which is like the servant helper person.
She's the personal assistant of Oleander.
I also can't remember her name to save my life. I'm like,
Oleander is a plant.
I know.
Oleander.
I thought it was a spice. It's not a spice.
I don't think oleander is a spice. It could be. So. But I've never used it.
I also haven't
I'm
either.
pretty sure that oleander is like a flower or a plant or something.
That's what I thought. Oh, blue oleander. Yeah. It's a flower.
Thank you. See, Kaylee was right. Blah, blah, blah.
It's in How to Train Your Dragon. The dragons are very allergic to it.
Fuck yeah. There you go. See, you know this
came in handy.
Yeah, she's not a fake fan. Bitches.
Dragons are allergic to blue oleander. It makes them very sick and they can die. There's only one dragon that can eat blue oleander, but purple oleander has very healing remedies to a dragon.
Are dragons not colorblind?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All I needed to know, because me immediately, that's crazy of me to think, but I just assumed that dragons were colorblind, like dogs.
At least not in the How to Train Your Dragon world, they are not.
Me. I just thought that dragons were colorblind, like dogs. Because they are big dogs.
Also, have we ever thought about how we know dogs are colorblind? Okay, we're off topic.
Yeah, but...
So then...
I mean, we can discuss that, but no, we know how.
Yeah, I know. It's just... Anyway, I got on a topic with another friend. Anyway,
okay, great.
So love then... we see him, like, stab her and kill her in the garden, and then a ruby... like come up, and so they've been getting their entire fortune by murdering
the stabbing people. is quite drawn out.
It is,
like,
and you knew it was happening,
really
you knew it was going to happen, and it was very
honestly,
much.
I know this is going to sound bad, but like I was nervous. I know that, like, here's the thing: is like, yes, I know that this is a YA, but I really like the moment he pulled her in there. I like got like. That feeling like something else is going to happen before he stabbed her. And I was like, oh, God, I don't like it.
Yes, I thought the same thing.
And then when he just stabbed her, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, same. Because I know, like we said, like, there's a lot of, like, sexual undertones in the book already, so it's already kind of planted in our heads. Planted. Ha, 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 ha. Thank you. And so and it's also, like, a man in a room alone in the woods with a woman, you could put the pieces together very easily. And it's, but because, and I mean, like,
the bear.
Exactly, me too. And so it's very much the,
it has that undertone, but I really liked the way that she described this because Evander is like watching him do this and openly says he stabbed her and then he stabbed her again and again and again, almost like the blood wasn't coming out fast enough.
Yeah.
So there wasn't enough at a time to create this ruby, and like, you know, Bane like casts her aside and she's like bleeding out onto the soil, and he pulls out the ruby, and it's just like, oh, that's crazy. That
how big are you imagining this ruby to be?
Like,
okay, that's what I imagined.
Like a decent size, smaller than like golf ball size.
So yes, I agree. Yeah, I imagine it in a diamond shape, though.
Yes, obviously. Like I imagined it cut as a stone.
Continue.
I imagine it. Sorry, Ashley is making funny faces at me, and sometimes I get distracted because Ashley's face is very funny.
My nose was burning.
Yeah, I was like, more or less, Ashley looked like she was going to sneeze, so I was going to give her space and time to do that. And then I said that she was going to sneeze. Space and time. And then she's now not going to because I said it. Right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, because remember my nose is burning, and if my nose burns, right. I don't sneeze.
Oh, your nose... Never mind. Sorry. We're going to get distracted again. Never mind. It's okay. What was I talking about?
Yes, you were correct.
God damn it.
Very drawn out. So it's golf ball size.
Yes, I think it's the size of a golf ball, but I do think it's cut as a gemstone. It's not going to be round like a golf ball, but like just
here's like
thinking about size-wise.
Yeah, like okay, I imagined it like the gems in My Little Pony, but like real. But that's how they looked in my brain. I guess it's kind of like...
Okay, listen, I have not really watched My Little Pony a whole lot. Are we talking about the gems on their butt or the gems on their foreheads? Right, because don't they have gems on their butts? Or do they just have decals on their butts?
Those are cutie marks.
So I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is also something
you are correct. Like their cutie marks. Do their cutie marks have gems?
It's like I kind of imagined it in this. Like...
Yes. Yeah. They look like that.
Yeah, that's exactly how I imagined it.
Yeah.
Their cutie mark does not have gems. Their cutie mark is what their talent is, and so, like...
Okay, so like kind of like Care Bears.
Yes.
Great.
And so like Fluttershy has
so their gems are only on their foreheads.
They don't have gems on their foreheads.
Wait, where are their gems?
They don't have gems.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You're like, oh yeah, they're like the gems in My Little Pony. Me being like, oh yeah, the gems on their forehead. And you're like, they don't have gems on their forehead. Where the fuck are these little fucking ponies' gems?
They don't have gems. The gems, like, Rarity uses them. She has technically gems on her, like, it's a cutie mark. Yeah, but it's,
so
she helps
they don't have gems.
Fashion.
Okay, I'm sorry. They don't have gems on their butts, and they don't have gems on their foreheads, correct?
No, correct.
But they all possess gems.
No. There are the elements of magic, which are gems, but they are gems that are put away, and they use them when they need their extreme, like, magic of friendship. And it's connected to the main six.
Got it.
That sounds insane as I say that out loud.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. But...
I mean, I watched it up until the last season, and then I watched
I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to think of a cartoon that is more... that I know better.
I never watched Steven Universe, but I know there's gems in that. I think.
See, the gems in Steven Universe is on them.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no gems on the ponies.
Okay, so
I think of the cutie mark kind of like a tattoo.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure that one of them has a fucking gem in the on their forehead. Like a... You know? It's okay. I don't really know my phone, as you guys can tell. Neat references. Yeah, I mean, I do think that they're about the same size as, like, Steven Universe's, but Steven Universe's is, like, pretty big.
You're right.
That they have gems on their forehead?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Because
everybody can go suck it. I don't know shit about My Little Pony, but I know for a fact they have fucking gems on their goddamn forehead.
It's the one I was referencing was the, I think it was 5th generation. There's so many generations of My Little Pony. You were referencing the 4th generation, which is the one I watched when I was younger. This is the one I watched when I got a little bit older. There's many generations of My Little Pony.
I don't know. I know that they have like a goth pony, and I'm here for it. I love the goth pony.
Yes.
I don't know her name.
I don't either. It's okay.
Gotharetta.
Love it.
Listen, that's a very believable My Little Pony name, okay?
You're not wrong. But it's because there's just many generations of My Little Pony. So like, there's the one I watched when I was younger, which is, and then there was the one that was when I watched that one in middle school, and I finished it off after high school. Just because I love that. Nostalgia. Why not?
Yeah, I love that.
So back to Hazelthorn.
Yeah, so back to Hazelthorn.
Sorry,
yeah, the ruby is about the size of a golf ball.
Yeah.
In gym cut shape.
And Evander's like, oh my fuck. Like, putting it all together, like, this is how they got their, their money.
And then turns around to Lori and is like, that's why you tried to kill me.
Yeah.
The first time. You wanted this. You tried to do this to me. Like, how could you? Like, were you really that greedy, that money starved? Like, what was it? Like, I can't believe you would do that. And Lori immediately is like, that's not what I was trying to do. That's not what happened. That's not the situation. You don't understand. It's different. It's bigger than what you think. And as they're having like this argument and things like that, obviously Bane realizes that
also it does say in the book watched. Well, yeah, but also it does say it's like either like Bane for sure hears them now, but he's not doing anything at that point.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do anything. He ignores all of the commotion in the garden. He's just there to get his job done, call it a day, and then leave.
Yeah, and that's why Lori, he does say, he's like, this is why I was trying to like be an asshole, get her to leave. I wanted her to leave. He knew what was going to happen.
Because Evander's like sitting there and being like, you knew this was going to happen. How could you let them do this? And his defense is, I was really trying. I was really, really trying not to. I'm just scared.
Yeah.
And like, they're getting into more of like a verbal altercation, and they actually do have like a physical altercation with Bane. Yeah. As like they're trying to like go out and things like that. And then as that is happening, Bane and Lori are fighting, and then Carrington comes back out, and then attacks Evander, and is fighting with him, and then Evander picks up a stone, and Evander picks up a stone, bludgeons him in the head. Very valid though.
Yeah, I mean, you're being attacked, kind of.
And then like falls into the pond where he's like basically almost drowning. But even in the pond, I loved how they said it, that he hears like the commotion of Lori and Bane still fighting. He hears the commotion, but he cannot physically move anymore. Yeah. And he thinks like he's gonna die, and he's like, feeling the breath slip away, and then he feels something around his wrist lifting him up, and us as a reader knows that it's a vine, that it's part of the garden, that the garden is pulling him out of the well, and we see him spluttering up, and Bane takes him to his room, and Oleander comes in after that and is like, take your medicine. You're clearly having another episode because you've been off your medication for so long. Yeah. You need to take it. Yeah. Shoves it down his throat, and he passes out for a couple of days.
Yeah. And then they go, and,
he wakes up with surgical scars. Yeah. Like a fresh surgery. Like, he wakes up and he's like, oh, I can tell on my abdomen that they did a fresh surgery, and he's immediately like, I don't understand why, though. Yeah.
And they also, I know we were debating this, I believe it was before this, he has dinner with Oleander, and he, is like quizzing her, like, what do you mean I'm confused? Like,
yeah,
because she's like, asking him to marry her, and he's like, I'm 17, and he's like openly like, that's disgusting.
It's not, so the dinner happens, the dinner happens, and then it's Oleander's daughter that approaches him in the study after the dinner, because he gets upset and he runs away from the dinner. Yeah. She approaches him in the study. Yeah. And we know that the sister is, never there, gallivanting off, doing all of this stuff. And it's very clear that she's trying to get the estate from her mom.
For sure. Yeah.
And she does offer, she's like, hey, like, if you didn't want her to be your guardian, we could get married. And you wouldn't need to do that. And Hazelthorn could be yours right away. And he's immediately like, I'm a minor. I'm 17 still. We can't. And she was like, oh, well, if you didn't want to do that, then I could also be your guardian, like your legal guardian as well. If you, talk to the lawyer, and I want to call him Jensen, but I don't think his name is Jensen. I think that's the old one. I think that's the old lawyer. His name is Jensen. Oh, shit. Me. His name is Jensen. His name's not Jensen, I know that. But, you could always talk to the lawyer and get it changed over from Oleander to me, and then I could be your guardian. And he is like, I love how, like, they acknowledge it. He's like, you just wanted to marry me, and now your proposition me to be my legal guardian? Like, how far would this family go for this? Like, this is crazy.
One of my favorite moments is that he's like, well, what happened to my family? And, like, he really starts grilling them, and they're like, well, I don't know. Like, well, where's Lori? I don't know. But, and, like, really kind of grilling them for these. I apologize. Really starts grilling them for these things. And then he goes back to his room, and he throws his photo of his parents. Like, throws it, chucks it.
Yeah, because he's upset, and,
so valid. And it, like, unfolds, and he's like, oh my gosh, like, I know for me, my first thought would have been, oh my god, like a letter from them, or oh my god, a thing. And that's what I thought. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a letter, he's gonna find something out.
Explaining a little bit more about what's going on and who his parents actually are, because he only has this photo.
And then he, like, picks up the photo. It's a stock image of a random couple from a newspaper,
cut out of a magazine,
newspaper, something.
Well, like, it is a magazine, because it actually says that the article is attached underneath it.
Oh, you're right.
So it's a stock photo from a magazine.
And I love how they describe it I've been, like, cherishing these people, and I don't even know who they are. Yeah. Like, I never knew who they were. These are random people.
Yeah, like, and I guess I never really knew what they look like.
And that's so sad.
Heartbreaking.
And I just love how it was done, and I also do love that it gave us more questions than answers, instead of it kind of going the way where it could have had a note, it could have had something. It was, it was, like, even if it, like, the note was just like, we love you. It was a stock image of random people.
Or even like we're so sorry, we never meant to leave you. One of those notes.
Nothing.
And it was just like that stock image. And I love that, at this dinner, Lori is not there to be a buffer. Yeah. Lori is not there, like, that's why, like, at the dinner, he's also asking, like, where is he? Where is he? And they do force him to, like, take more medication. And, like, then he, like, just goes in his room and is, like, basically imagining these vines coming up underneath his bed, coming up from his feet, coming through his chest, and he's having these basically what is described as, like, these horrific nightmares of like, flashes of him almost becoming something similar to Carrington, and that, like, horrific feeling, and then, like, he hears something like trying to, like, get into the room.
Yeah, like, he keeps hearing a tap, and then it kept getting, like, bigger, and then his window shatters. Yeah. And Lori climbs through. Like, that. And doesn't even say, it's like, oh, it's like Rapunzel.
Yeah, like he's, like, he feels like a princess, like a damsel in distress, almost. Yeah. And Lori is just obviously, like, really concerned, like, and it's like, I tried to get to you, but they locked me away. Like, they locked me away, and I couldn't get to you. I'm so sorry for leaving you for so long. How are you? Are you okay?
And he's like, well, kind of had surgery, man.
Well, yeah, and then not only that is, like, Evander...
He's now going through so much, just mentally.
Yes. And then also, like, kind of confronts Lori about it. And it's like, did you know? Like, who are my parents? What are they doing? Like, did they really die in a car crash with your parents? What's your backstory?
Because it is
What's
revealed
going on?
that it was only Lori's dad that drove away. They were not all in the same... Because he was told they were in a car crash, and then it was... No, like, he was the only one that drove away and died in a car crash.
Yeah, but we don't actually find that out until a little bit later. We don't find that
This is a spoiler review, so it's okay.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I know. But I just want to let everybody know that they find that out a little bit later. Because right now we find out that Lori wants to show him into the Red Room. Wants to show him what's going on so that he can fully understand and not have these questions anymore.
Yep.
As well as, like, you know, Lori wants him to be safe, and he's like, well, when did you take your medication? When did they do that? And he was like, I don't know. And they were like, okay, well, like, our plan is, like, maybe just, like, throw up. Throw up so you can get all of that medication out of your system. And, you know, Evander's like, I don't know if I can do it. And then Lori helps him and, like, puts his fingers down his throat, and he says... Sorry, I did write this down because I needed to, because during this moment, you have to understand, like, it's like I'm getting, like, swept up and, like, things like that. Because, like, right before this, Evander was like, I thought you left Hazelthorn. I thought you left me.
Yeah.
And Lori says, I'm not leaving Hazelthorn because I'm not leaving you.
Oh, so great.
Loved it.
Immediately.
And, like, because, like, you know, he says that. He's like, I'm not leaving Hazelthorn because I'm not leaving you. And then, you know, that's when, like, Evander's like, okay, like, I can trust you. Like, let's do this. And, like, he's helping, like, Lori's helping him throw up. And Lori says, this is interesting. This is not what I wanted to be doing with your mouth.
Oh my God.
This is not, like, what I pictured doing to you. I was like, loved it. I loved it. This is not what I wanted to be doing with your mouth.
So great.
As he's helping him throw up. As he's, like, shoving his fingers down his throat. Helping him throw up.
Oh my God. It's so great.
It is. It's really good. And, like, you know, we're going into, like, you know, yes, he's throwing up, and then now after, you know, Evander, like, throws up, they go into Evander's room, and Evander's like, you have to see it. You have to look under the bed, because I know for a fact that I'm not fucking crazy. I know this. And they lift up his bed, and they see the vines in the garden, like, coming out and things like that. And Lori... And then they do decide to go into the garden. And Lori's kind of explaining his childhood about how he feels dumb and how, like, you know, he's not really a hero. And Evander says, it's easy somehow to think about himself with loathing and contempt than to hear how somebody else does. Sorry, I wrote that down wrong a little bit. It's easy to think about yourself with loathing and contempt than to hear how somebody else does it to themselves. He hates it. The nonchalant way each of them reduces themselves with an offhanded comment. And it's like one of those things where it's like he openly is like, I hate that we do this. I hate that I hate that we think about ourselves with this loathing and contempt, and about how we use it so often in just like little offhanded comments.
Yeah.
And like that self-deprecation is just so nonchalant and prevalent in their conversations. And he's like, I just hate seeing it. I hate seeing him hate himself. And I think for me, I'm like, oh. And like for me, like I agree, like to look at somebody that you love so dearly and so deeply, to see them just so offhandedly dismiss who they are, what they like, you know, what they enjoy, like something that is so like great about themselves, to hear them do that, it hurts sometimes. And like I agree, like it's like you should hate that. You should hate hearing that, because it's not true. Like the little lies that you tell yourself, it's definitely not true. You know, it kind of like goes along with the, if you could see yourself the way I see you, you wouldn't be saying that about yourself.
Yeah.
And so it's like that is just like the
this book is so romantic.
Yeah,
and so you know, I love the longing. I'm so cute. I know that you and I have talked about it. The longing.
Yeah, and then you know they're also like talking about like kind of like what happened in like those couple of days, and like Evander was like, I wanted you here, but I felt like I couldn't call for you, and like you wouldn't hear me, you wouldn't come. And Lori openly says, you should have called for me. If you put my name in your mouth, I will always listen.
Oh God, they're so cute. I love gay boys.
I love love.
I love love. Any type of
disgusting.
I
hate it. It's gross. I don't
like it's so
cute. I hate it. I don't think it's cute. It's whatever. But it's also, oh my God, I really do. I really love love.
I was talking with who was it? I was talking to my sister about this topic, actually. Do you think, this is like kind of off topic, kind of, we're already off topic on this podcast anyway. Do you think, like, what's now? Do you think you can get, I mean, I know you can. Do you think you can get the same longing you get between two men versus two women and, like, straight? I know you can. But why do we think people write it so much easier with two men? Like, I feel like from what I've read and, like, from what I've seen, I feel like it's just written so differently. Because obviously it's different. Men and women are different. It makes sense. But it was an interesting conversation where I was like, interesting. Because it's the...
Honestly, I think you would really enjoy the book Long Shadow. It's part of like a little like trilogy. It's written in like a Regency setting, so it's very much like proper families and stuff.
Yeah.
But Long Shadow is spoiler alert, they're fucking lesbians.
Love it.
But I think you'd like it, because there are certain things where you're like, oh my God, I know that you are in love with her.
Yeah.
I know that you like her, but the question of, if a man said that to me, I would have no questions about his intention, but because she's saying it to me, I don't know what her intentions
Interesting.
are. And
I
the
love
confusion between like that is really beautiful.
I love that. But it's just like I feel like it's also, I
also just think that it comes down to the books that we're reading, but also if you think about it, right now, and there's always been a big like surge in it, but the representation is a lot more straight or gay men.
Yes.
The lesbian representation, like the pansexual representation, the asexual representation is really not prevalent within a lot of media. It's just not. And it's not that I think that it's easier to write it. This is gonna sound really bad, but I think that it's easier for people to fetishize gay men and straight people than it is for people to do it like that, because that's how our society is, because we are in a what is that?
Patriarchal.
Yeah, in a patriarchal society run by men. So men sorry. Most men are gay and have gay feelings and gay thoughts, so they can romanticize that more.
Yeah.
But also I was told that straight women really there's like a surgency of like a lot of like straight women like really liking like gay media right now, like with heated rivalries.
Yes, you're correct.
Sorry, that was so hard for me to say. I have not seen it. I heard that it's good.
I thought it was good. I know. I feel like that would just be a very.
It's because they're seeing men treat each other how they want to be treated in a straight relationship.
That is
they're
also
seeing men be decent for the first time in their entire lives, and they are
that's what I was gonna say.
That's crazy.
And
I didn't know that was possible.
Like you said, it's how I think people really.
I also think it's the media that we're reading, and like you know, to be quite honest, it's the. I don't know why, but my suggestion page is a lot more like gay men than it is gay women, which I don't like. I love gay men. Obviously, we're gushing about it right now. Yes. I would love to listen and to read more sapphic books. I mean, I'm reading a sapphic book right now. It's called Bloom. Haven't finished it yet. It's very good so far.
I love that.
The language is similar to this.
Very
flower, very fluff, very romantic.
The one I'm reading is the exact opposite.
I love that.
But I also agree in the sense of people don't see men like expressing themselves very often, so seeing them express themselves within this, and it's the wow. And it's also seeing two men really struggling to like express themselves and then finally doing it. Yeah, I think is where it's coming from, and that longing, finally. You know, I think that's also where. But it can happen with any relationship.
Yes, honestly, it can happen in any and all relationships. Yes, as well as I think that it can happen in any and all media. Mm-hmm. It's just the amount of authors that prefer to write that is, you know, it's straight or gay men is, but also like you have to think about like even in large stream media. You know, for the most part,
the rep is gay men.
Yeah, the representation is gay men.
And this is why I always pitch black sales.
Is this, you know? And it's just, it is hard. Like, even like when you see, like sapphic relationships on screen. Normally it's not nearly as highlighted as other relationships because, you know, straight relationships are always going to overshadow a sapphic relationship. Yeah. And like even and like, you know, like we also see it like even like Hill House bringing it back. Bringing it back. We've been talking about this so much.
I think we just need to cover it at this point.
But, you know, we don't really find out that she's a lesbian until later. You know, and her sister's disgusted by it. Yeah, and her sister is disgusted by it and is like, why can't you just be fucking normal?
Yeah. Because the sister lives at her house and then her side house. And she's like, well, like, yeah, literally. And she's like, well, like, why do you just bring home so many women? Just, like, stop.
Yeah, well, she brings home anybody.
Anybody. Good for Theo.
She brings home a lot of people, not just people, like, you know.
But like, we found that out in her, like, the beginning of her episode.
Yes, the beginning of her episode. Three or four.
I was like, Steve is one.
Pretty far in.
Because, wait, no, I think Steve is one. I think Shirley's 2, Theo's 3, Luke is 4, Nella's 5. Because I love how they did it. Each sibling got an episode, so that makes the and then 6
the climax.
The climax and like the rest of it hits you so much harder because you spent so much time with all of the characters. Steve really did grow on me on my watches.
It's one of those things where it's like you know, you look at like people that like struggle with it and things like that, but like, you know, even there. It's a lot of, we don't see like the sapphic love side of it.
We do in Bly.
You know? God, I don't really love Bly. It's really, once again, it's the kids for me. Like, I just didn't give two shits about those fucking kids. So
that's so valid. But I did love I loved the one. I love Pedretti. But she's great.
Yes, I do think that you can find it and you can see it in every media. But I also think that, like,
it's hard to find.
It's just,
that's for sure.
Also, it may not be harder to find. I think it's just our fucking algorithms.
That too.
Period. Like, I really think that it is. I think that it's our algorithms, like, that just haven't been giving us, like, those books, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and because, like, you know, like, you, like, think about it, like, I picked this book at random because I liked the title and the sample of the summary. Like, and, like, the sample. Like, I actually... all of the books that I ever recommend on this podcast to Ashley, I do not actually read the summary that is, like, mentioned for the book. I only listen to the audio sample.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I do. I look at the title, and then I listen to the audio sample, and then I'm like, I think I'd like this. And I send it. I don't even read the summary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. And then we go on a journey, and sometimes we like it, sometimes we hate it.
Yeah, and, you know, all luck of the draw, but I mean, I think, like, that's the fun part about it.
Did we listen to the playground one?
No, we didn't. We did not, because it was so, like, highly recommended, I just didn't even listen to it.
Wow.
Yeah, big mistake, actually.
The trauma we could have undone.
Yeah, seriously.
But so then...
like, the longing that they have in between them is just so good. And then, you know, now they're, like, going into the Red Room. Laurie is, like, ready to give Evander all, like, everything that he needs. And, you know, Laurie's still super suspicious about this, like, this new lawyer. He's like, this is just, you know, he's been saying it from the fucking beginning.
He has. I thought they went into the grandfather's room first.
You're right. They do go break into the study because they're trying to find papers.
And there's, like, stuff written all over the walls.
Yeah.
They're trying to find the will. They're trying to find...
the walls is in the... Sorry. They break into the study in the house.
Yes.
First.
Yes.
So writing on the wall is the study that's in the red... is in the Red Room's hall. Because remember, there's a replica of the room in the garden. And that's where all the writing is.
Yeah.
But they go
find
into...
the will.
Yeah. They go into the one in the house, the clean one in the house.
Yep. And
first, and then they go into the one in the red one.
So they have to, like, sort through the paper, though. But then they do kiss. Yeah. And I loved the kiss in this scene. It was so great.
Yeah.
Because they kissed
there was a lot of build. There was, like, a lot... Sorry, what?
They kissed before that. Because he says they kissed really, like, there's a bruise on Laurie's lip from him kissing him. And then in the study, they kiss again very tenderly because he wanted to kiss them tenderly.
No, it still all happens in the study.
That's what I meant, like, this is the second time. Yes.
Yeah, but I thought we were talking about the first one. Are you talking about the second one? No, you can talk about the second one, and then I'll talk about the first one.
Okay, but the first one is first, so you talk about that one first.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know if you wanted to start with the second one.
No, start with the first one.
Thank you, because I was like, I do think that we should start with the first one.
Yes, I agree. Please continue.
Me, personally. I love that Ashley really loved the second one more, but the first one
was also great. It was so great.
The first one was
I like the second one so much because of the first one.
Okay, that's valid. I mean, I was like, the second one was cute, is whatever, but the first... the
first one?
Yeah, the first one, it's like the... You know, they're like talking, and also, like... They're also, you know, talking about, like, their feelings in this and what's going on, and they're looking at this will, and then, you know, they say it's easier to hold on to than the best of despair, is like the feeling of love and connection between them, like this like rush of skin, this like breath of like almost like fresh air, like this entanglement that they have is just so much easier to hang on to than despair, and they want to let that go. And you know, Lori is very much like you know, we need, because Evander is just angry. Evander's angry. He's like, I am angry that you would do this. I'm angry that you would keep this from me. I'm angry that like you would hold me, that they would capture me, that they would,
which is so valid,
you know, literally imprison me for most of my life. And Lori is like, so then take it out of my skin if you want. I actually want you to. I want you to feel like we're even. And he's like, cut me open, devour me, leave me on the floor bleeding. And like, after Lori says that, see, this is why I'm like, the first one is so much better.
The first one is so good.
Evander pushes him up against the wall and like kisses him.
So great. Yeah.
And kisses him hard and like bites his lip, and he literally describes the acrid tang of blood and how all he wants to do is suck it down until like he's dry. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Delicious. Delicious.
It was so great.
The idea of drinking somebody's blood like that. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I got really... yeah, but side note, if anybody would like to offer me their blood, if it's clean, I will absolutely drink that. Just under a full moon, and you know, there's certain circumstances and all this stuff, but I would do that. But yeah, he like just like talks about like how like, but he talks about how like, delicious and satisfying it is to like have him, and to taste him like that, and how like delicious and like full-bodied his blood tastes. And I'm like, yeah, yep, we really like that. And then like it goes on, and he is like, it's just the like it goes on, and then he like stops, and then that's where Ashley can now take over, because after like they break this kiss and he realizes that he's like has a bruise and like he's bleeding, and like Lori asks, is that it? And Evander says,
yeah. So then they kind of like they do move into like over now. And
sorry,
I love it, because I love how in his head he's like, oh, like, I want to kiss him more. Like, he really is like, I want more of this. Yeah. And I loved that. I want to kiss him hard. I want to kiss him more. But I also want to kiss him gingerly and soft and have him just, like, with me. Like, I love how he describes, like, I love this, but I also want this.
I want tender and kindness and
yes.
Love and compassion and softness.
Yeah, and so then,
okay.
And then, you know, he doesn't say, like, go kiss me again.
Yeah.
He does. He's like, oh, they kiss me again. And so they kiss, and it's so, like, it's soft. Like, it's passionate.
Yeah, because Evander says that out loud, and then Lori's like, if that's what you want, then you should do it. You should take it. Kiss me again.
Yeah.
Do it.
And so then they kiss, and it's, like, it's very passionate, but it's soft and tender and, like, loving, like, everything that he wanted. And so then they kiss for a bit, and then they break the kiss, and he, like, trails down. Because he had his hands up his shirt, too, didn't he? That's what I remember. Like, he removes his hands, and he kind of, like, bends down, like, kissing him kind of along the way.
He doesn't kiss him along the way. He moves his hand down.
He moves his hand down. Yeah.
So his mouth...
But doesn't he kiss his stomach?
He doesn't... Sorry. He doesn't actually kiss him. He doesn't actually kiss him. He trails his mouth, like, down his body, but, like, not touching him. Like, it's very, like...
Yeah, like, almost.
Yeah. Like, you can feel, like, the breath.
Oh, my God.
And, like
and
the...
moving his hands
wisp
with it. Yes.
Like, the wisp of his mouth. there.
Yeah.
That's
And he kind of like lingers there for a little second, like a tiny second, like by his like hips and his stomach and stuff. It like by his dick. And now he's kneeling down.
By his abdomen. I'm kidding. It's by his pelvic bone. Actually.
So by his dick. And he lingers there for like a second, like not even that long, like an extra second, and then he goes, "Oh look, paper." Like he doesn't say that, but he bends down and like starts like ruffling through the paper. And
I mean, honestly, how I imagine it, I know Ashley imagines it very, very differently. Ashley, you say how you imagine it first.
So I imagine like this happening, and like Lori keeping it together, but still that holy shit, like this actually, like, is he gonna suck my dick? You know, very like, oh my god, right? And then afterward, then, like, he lingers, he moves into, like, shuffling through the paper. And I just imagine Lori getting, because it describes him as getting really, really flustered. Like, and he, like, needs to cool off. And so I just imagine him going, like, where did you learn to kiss like that? Like, just very, like, oh my god. Like, dying for a second, let me breathe. Like, you know that, for me, it's that, you know the feeling when you need to scream, but you can't scream? And it's just that, like, like, pressure in your chest of, like, the... Like, and you just can't, and it's just there, and nothing is like that's how I feel like he felt, and like just that's how I would describe it.
Yeah, I love that you describe it like that. It's very cute.
So how would you describe it, Kaylee?
Oh, I mean, honestly, it's definitely. I mean, yes, heated like that, but it's a little bit more heated and stays heated.
I love that.
Because like how I imagined it. Is they're like this. They're like facing like parallel to each other, but the desk is in front of them.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
And so like the trail down happens, and it's like this very like easy, swift motion to the desk.
Yes,
and there's like nothing like being said like right there besides the fact that he he does this line, and it has to be said like this. Menace.
Yes, immediately. Yes,
that is exactly how he says that line.
Absolutely.
And then he goes, and then he reads and says, "Where did you learn to kiss like that?"
Yes, yeah.
That like the tone of that is the way that I felt like it was. Like it's very much a. I don't, because here's the thing: is there's definitely not a growl. Because like, if Zayden was gonna say it, there was gonna be like more of a growl in it, and it's like menace, like that. It's very much like that.
Very much a Zayden. Yeah. But there was no growl.
Like this one is just very much a menace.
Yeah, like yes. Yeah. See, I agree with that. Like how he said that immediately. Yes, I think the heat was still there, but he was getting more and more flustered as it kind of went on. Yeah. Okay.
But I just felt like it was like less of this like giddy like oh my gosh feeling, and more of like this like internal I've never felt this way before.
I think it's like, a mix.
What is this?
I think it's a
type of thing.
Yeah.
And so like I'm like that's how I describe it, because I was like, you can't say that way. You can't say that you can't say that word normally. That's not like a normal No. You have to say it like that, and that's how they said it.
Yeah. No, I agree with everything you said. I just think it's a little bit more giddy.
Yeah. But like I love that you interpreted it that way. Because I think that it's me. I think it's cuter and it's much sweeter if you do it more in a giddy way.
Yeah. Because I think the menace was still when the heat was super, super high. Like 100%, how you said 1,000%. Then once it like calmed down a little bit, I think the where'd you learn to kiss like that? Still very heated in the way you said it. Yeah. But then he's kind of getting more and more flustered by that one.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is like, me. I'm like, see, that's the thing is I, for some reason, don't imagine that, because what I imagine when he says that is, I'm so sorry, is him like trailing his hand like along the desk to get closer to his hand and be like, where did you learn to kiss like that? Like very Eclipse even fucking agrees with me. She's like, yeah, Kaylee, you're right.
So yes, I agree with you, and the kiss was, both of them were phenomenal. And then like you said, they do move to the garden study, and that's where there's tons of writing all over the wall. And also, I really do love how they find the will, and Laura's like, oh, like, I have a really hard time reading. It's why I get kicked out of schools. Like, I'm really dyslexic, and I can't read. And I went, that's so valid. I was like, I so full-heartedly agree. I also very much suck at reading.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where it's like this is where you see, even within private schools, that kids are not necessarily getting like the help and understanding that they need because, you know, learning disabilities aren't necessarily taken as seriously as others. Especially because a lot of the times, I really liked the way that they described this, because a lot of him was feeling this deep shame and guilt because everybody thinks that he's lazy and that he just can't, like they're not understanding that the idea of like he is having a hard time and he's struggling with this, and they call him lazy. They call him like the fact that they're like, oh well, you just don't feel like it, and he's like, it's not that I don't feel like doing it, and they're like, oh well, you're just like a lazy piece of shit and you just are like a rebel and you don't want to do that. And so Lori was like, you know what, if that's what they think that I am, then that's what I'm gonna be.
Yeah, like, you know, it's like, if you need a monster in your story, I will be it. Like, if you're really wanting that, I will be that if you're just telling me to.
Yeah. And it is just so hard.
Yeah.
Because it really is just like
I feel that.
I mean, it really did hit like really so hard.
I was like, wow,
because it is true. Because like, but also it's like a lot of people don't bring up dyslexia in books. It is one of those things that, well, first of all, Ashley and I both have dyslexia. Surprise, fucking surprise.
I am not technically diagnosed, but...
Oh, you're not?
No.
That's crazy. Once again, should have gotten tested in school. Period.
Yeah. Because I got
Yeah, you
tested.
should still get tested.
You can
get tested. You can get tested in college. You should get tested and apply for that.
I'm scared they're going to say I don't.
No,
I know I do.
Then who cares?
Yeah, that's
at
true.
least you fucking did it and you know.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you fucking did it and you know, but there's no way.
You're like, I see how you read.
That's so funny. There's no way.
How do you know? I was Zayden?
I mean, I was diagnosed really young with it because my sister has it, and my sister was really struggling, and so my parents tested me pretty early. So like, I found out when I was in kindergarten. Like, my parents found out when I was in kindergarten.
Oh wow!
So
because I got tested for like
my
ADHD.
parents were really proactive about that, and that's why I always encourage every parent to be incredibly proactive. Like, even if you don't think that your kids have a learning disability, you should test them for dyslexia and ADHD right off the bat. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put them in a public school setting, you need to fucking test those kids. Not that, like, I was like, more or less, because kids are fucking cruel. Kids are mean and they're fucking cruel. Mean. And so it's like I think that it helps your kids immensely to back them up, give them all of the tools and all of the resources and all the fucking knowledge that they need to not struggle and not to get bullied to fucking kingdom come when they're around their fucking peers, because it's shitty and I hate it.
It was awful because I was
homeschooled and I still got bullied.
I was not homeschooled and I did get bullied, and it was like I'd read in class and like, I mean, I was always the first out because we had to do spelling bees. I was always the first out. I was always like reading. Oh my god, I was like, I could not do it. And people are like, it's not that hard. Why can't you read? And I'm like, it's not reading right. It doesn't look right. But yeah, I actually talked with my therapist about it this week, funny enough. And I was like, yeah, I'm not diagnosed with dyslexia, but I really wouldn't be shocked. And she's like, really? I'm like, I forgot you really have not seen me read.
Yeah, I mean,
that's also interesting.
Our readings have like obviously gotten better. Like, as
we have to read out loud now.
Yeah,
but it's
shitty and I don't like it. But yeah, it is what that is.
But we do it for you guys because we love you guys and we love this podcast. But
also, yeah, so sorry that you guys have to listen to us fucking read sometimes. Evander
said he Evander
literally
I'm
me.
so sorry.
Yeah, I was like,
All the
literally
time.
me reading those fucking quotes. Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry. It's not, but it's like I can read in my head because I've been reading a lot like in my head recently.
Yeah,
But it's easier. But there's some nights where I'm reading and I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
The words
It's
are
like
just...
I can read in my head a lot easier than I can read out loud. It's honestly a lot of the times it really is the disconnect between visual and audio and vocal processing. Is a big thing that a lot of people with dyslexia struggle with. And it also seems like in this book specifically, he struggles with visual processing. And that's something that he truly does struggle with. And it doesn't, because here's the thing is it doesn't seem like he struggles with audio processing, because if you look at the way his speech is overly developed, he is able to interact and conduct himself in front of adults. Yep. He has like, high levels of emotional intelligence. He has high levels of like situational what is that called? Like situational presence? Yeah. That's not what it's called, but as well as like he has like high levels of like understanding of like what's actually going on. Like he can really understand and process this, where like, he's being kicked out because, when he writes his thing on the math test, it's, instead of 24 he wrote 42, things like that. He can't spell anything, he can't read out loud like the other kids can, and so obviously they're not going to take the time. I remember as a kid like reading out loud, like my dad, it was really cute. The idea was cute. It's like I would get like, I'm gonna use Treasure Island because I just remember that one being a big one. I would have like the kids version of Treasure Island. My dad, because he had like these leather bound books, they were gorgeous, and like the adult version. And so like I would read a chapter, he would read the adult chapter, and then we'd go back and forth to see the differences. It was really fun. But like I'd be reading, and Silver said that I have no idea. Like Silver was cooking the food, and the shrimp went in it, and my dad was like, "What are you reading?" I'm like, "The shrimp went into the pot, and the pot was in this and that and that." And he was like, "No. Where are you getting these words? Like, you're flopping them around." And I'm like, it's like, no, the shrimp was on the side and the pot was on the stove. And I would be like, the shrimp is in the stove. It's like, what are you saying? Yeah, and I mean, it's a big thing, and I do love that, like, I specifically really liked that this author put a large, like, point to highlight certain things, even in the other book, even in Don't Let the Forest In, the fact that like the main protagonist was asexual. I think that's like a big thing. I like, we don't read a lot of books like that. It's very rare to read a lot of books that like have protagonists that are asexual, that are struggling with that are figuring like out who they are. And then in this one we're figuring out like how much dyslexia has affected his life, how much it's either held him back, propelled him forward, shaped him in every way. And a lot of people don't understand that when you do have like a very severe learning disability like that, it changes your brain chemistry to the point where you're like, oh, how is this person going to react if I say this? What is this? I also think that it is very much anxiety inducing, which is why he shows a lot of, surprise, surprise, Lori has anxiety.
Oh my God. I had no idea.
Shocking. Literally no idea. But you see that his anxiety is presented in a different way than Evander's.
Yes.
Because Evander's has that very outwardly manic, stressed, hyperventilating anxiety. Where you see Lori has very much that controlled, functional, like the...
I hate to say it like that to my core.
But like the almost like functional anxiety where you're like having an anxiety attack and you're like... trying to separate your, like, pause and separate yourself from the situation before you speak so that you don't sound panicked. And that is what Laurie does 95% of the time, especially when he's talking to Oleander.
And I
especially
really love...
when he's talking to anybody, like, in power, when he's talking to this lawyer, when he's doing that.
And
like,
I love how that was
thing.
represented, because it's I do that. I remember doing that all the time as a kid, too.
Absolutely.
It was like, especially if I had to do... Because, like, there's sometimes when we had to go up and read our papers in front of the class. And I remember just sitting there, I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
You just sit here and breathe.
Yeah, just breathe.
And I never wanted to be the first one, and I never wanted to be the last one. I remember that.
Yeah.
If you were the last one, it's the last thing I remember, but if you're the first one.
Yeah, no.
I was like, I like going second or third.
Personally, yeah, I was
second?
I like doing third.
Yeah.
Because it gives me longer time to read over the paragraph.
Yep. I like going
gives me a longer time to read over the paragraph, which I think is so
and you count the paragraphs to see where you're going to be?
Yep. Absolutely.
And you're just sitting there, and you're not listening to what the fuck they're saying. You're just like...
Yeah. Also, you always, like, I don't know, I had, like, a plan, like, when I actually, like, stopped being homeschooled for a sec, and, like, I went into real school, like, I was like, oh yeah, if they popcorned on my friend was always, like, read really slow so that I could read the paragraph after them, so that they would call on me. But then also sometimes, like, kids would just be like, can she not?
Yep, that happened to me all the time.
Like, can she not? Or, like, they would just, like, kind of, like, be like, it's this word, and, like, kind of just, like, read it for you, and then I would just go silent. And
because it's they'll start saying it for you, and I'm like, okay. Like,
yeah, no, please. Like, if you want to take over, go for it. Like,
but it's still, like, as much as you're like, thank God, thanks for doing it, it's still like, I know I can't fucking do it. Shut up. It's embarrassing as fuck.
I was like, it's fucking embarrassing. Like, you know, like, sitting up there and, like, being, like, judged for, like, you know, something that you struggle with so deeply. And then, you know, it is, like, the idea of, like, oh, you're stupid, you're slow, like, I can't believe you can't do that. Like, you're clearly less than because of this.
And teachers also, they don't do... Well, I had a couple teachers that did it.
Oh, they still do.
They do it all the time. Students. But it was they still do make fun of you in a very specific way. I had a teacher that actually was probably worse than any of the students making fun of you. It was wild. That's a different story for a different time. But she... but, like, I remember in theology class, because I had to take that for 4 years in high school.
Oh, that's right. That's me.
You like, looked at me like,
what kind of school did you... I was like, oh, yeah, hold on, sorry. I will say yeah, you're right.
There was I can tell you about that later, but there was a class it was my theology class in senior year. It was interesting because they actually brought in people from other religions, and obviously it was all tied into why Lutheran Christianity is the best, and they're not, blah, blah, blah. But it was interesting hearing it was wild. Yeah, I know. But it was interesting actually getting to hear, I mean, we probably had like 10 different religions in, like, people just talking, and I'm like, this is interesting. This I will listen to, because I like hearing the differences, and how does this, it's more interesting than just hearing about what I was used to for the past 4 years. But
it's interesting to hear other cult leaders talk to you when you're still in a cult. Yeah.
And
sure.
I was just sitting there, and again, at this point, I was like, I never liked this class. But we had to, like, read the Bible. Let me tell you, reading the Bible out loud was probably the worst experience of my life. Because the words, I was like, and I could not, because the word, it's
the names in the Bible?
The names in the Bible, I literally never could say the names. I could never say the places. I was like...
Yeah, the places too.
Abraham went to the school. Nope. Abraham school.
Yeah. Like, it's also, like, just, like, it's hard and it's embarrassing, and I loved that, like, this book.
I loved it.
I liked that. I really do appreciate that this author highlights certain things that a lot of other books don't highlight. Like, for instance, I wonder if they are asexual. Because that experience was so it was done so well, like, so well. Literally, like, there are parts of that book that I was like, Ashley's described that to me before. That's so interesting.
Yeah. And also, I wonder if she's a little bit dyslexic too, because that was described.
No, I immediately was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, she's probably dyslexic.
But also the way that she can write, even if she's dyslexic, I'm like, this is what I aspire to be with my creative writings.
But, like, here's the thing is, like, when we formally write things, Very similar.
Yeah.
Great sentence structure. Amazing. Yep. Like, you know, once again, great sentence structure, great vocabulary, very well thought out, precise, clean, all of that. Because it's not that we don't have the capacity to do that.
It's just harder.
It just takes longer because our brain doesn't work in a linear fashion.
And I always have somebody double check because I'm like, I know there's going to be something scrambled. Go.
Us. It's so funny. Like, us looking at each other's, like, TikTok things. And I am like, I'm reading this and I know what it's supposed to say, but it looks wrong. And I'm like, where the fuck is Avery? Why are we doing this?
I know.
Where is Avery?
Doing something like
Avery
we'll be writing an email
it.
Because, you know, we're a small business.
Yeah.
So we have to write professional emails. And we'll be writing, I'm like, do, and I'll be typing because I love typing. And I like, so I'll do it.
And then Ashley, I was like, how do you spell this? I'm like, I don't know.
And then we'll keep, like, I think we read it like 4 times. And we're like, okay, it sounds good. Okay. Oh, wait, no, that might have been twisted. And we go back, and no, it wasn't, but it looks wrong.
Yeah, it looks weird. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know. But, like, I love that, like, she highlights certain things like this, you know. And
it's the small details that make you go.
Yeah. But I also think that, like, once again, the idea of having a learning disability, going through school, and going through the family that this boy had, makes sense why he is shaped the way that he is, why he acts the way that he is, why he carries himself the way that he does.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, here's the thing, is, like, even his family calls him stupid. You know? Like, my siblings call me the dumbest sibling. Like, I'm supposedly considered the dumbest sibling out of all of my siblings.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that is what it is, and that's because I chose to be an artist.
Yeah, and it's like I have a couple people that I know that will be like, oh, like, you can't, like, you're just dumb. Like, you can't spell, you're dumb. And I'm like, I can't spell. Just
like,
give me a second.
Quite honest,
I don't like Scrabble. Sorry, that's so intimidating. I hate it.
But also, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's so interesting that people equate spelling as an appropriate measure of intelligence when you're just memorizing letters. So great. I love that you have the power to memorize so many letters in different combinations. That's really great.
Which is actually really wild if we think about it. Think how many letter combinations we have memorized. Yeah, like, if you think about it, that's really wild.
Yeah. I mean, that's in all languages. Yeah. You know, just even the idea of speech in and of itself is really big, and that's a lot of memorization, also tones and placements of the mouth and things like that. Because, you know, when I speak English, it's very different than when I speak Chinese.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know, that is a big thing. But it just is different. Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah. And so then he finds the will, and it does say that the will was left, and everything was left for Lori, not Evander. But Evander doesn't tell him. Evander says that it does say Evander, and then he ends up going into an episode. Yeah, he does. Or what they call an episode. And Lori, I actually really loved how they said that, starts calling a different name. He doesn't call Evander, he says a different name, but we don't know what it is at that point. Yeah. And then he wakes up in the room, the red room, and he sees, like, his rib in, like, a pot, like, growing.
He doesn't know that it's his rib.
But he sees a rib.
He sees a plant growing.
Yeah.
I think the rib is still, like, I don't think he sees the rib. He doesn't know that it's the rib.
Oh, I thought he did.
Pieces it together. He doesn't see the rib.
Yeah, and then, like, Oleander's there, Bane is there, and because this is at this point during the party. Like, the party is happening, or the funeral get-together party thing is happening.
Yeah, the wake.
Thank you, that. And they're like, oh, like, we didn't want you to find out this way. Like, you know, now it's the big reveal of kind of what's going on. And
this is before it really starts, before the dinner really starts.
Yeah, and then they go, and they literally, this happened, and I was like, so they go over, because Bane, whatever
the lawyer.
Thank you. I'm looking up the lawyer's name. But he starts, and he looks.
Jansen?
I keep opening my phone, and it's My Little Pony. What is Lawyers.
But I think they poison the inside people before they cut off his hand.
You think?
Yeah, because
you're
he's
right.
there when they're poisoned, and he can't be there with a hand cut off. That's weird, right?
That's true. So then, okay, yeah. So he figures all this out, and then they go and they literally like, because I remember this. Then they go, and she's like, "Wow, you're figuring this out." Blah blah blah. Like, we didn't want you to find out this way. Like, we'll just keep you here. It's fine. And then he's like, "Where's Lori? Where's Lori?" And she literally goes,
Yeah.
"Oh," and then she literally goes over and like stabs him.
Yeah.
So nonchalantly, doesn't care at all. And I remember going,
don't worry about it. Bane has taken care of him.
Like, just going, and then it kind of goes in there, and he's kind of loopy. Like, he's kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Like, he's still loopy. And then it flashes to them at dinner, and they're talking, and no, I swear to God, this happened. No, because they die in that. So they got his hand cut off first. His hand's starting to grow back at that point. So then...
okay.
So then they're still in the red room.
Might be right.
Ignore what I just said. They're in the red room still. And the lawyer
technically they're technically not in the red room. They're in the greenhouse.
Yeah, you're right. And he's like, well, I need something fresh. Because he wanted to start another garden that can give him rubies. Yeah. And so then I need something fresh. So they literally hold Evander down and chop off his hand. And I went... Yeah. What is happening?
Just like right there.
Yeah. And it bleeds like
yeah. But Lori is there because Lori tries to stop it.
And that's when he gets and gets stabbed.
Yeah, and Bane is holding him, and that's when Oleander stabs him.
Yep. And then it flashes to a dinner, and his hand is starting to go back. Yeah. It's like, how odd. It's viney and woody. Yep. And then he sees flowers growing on it. So then everybody at the wake is like at a dinner. They all have their drinks, and I love
and they're all like laughing, and they're like, "Oh, it's so nice to finally meet you! Like, it's amazing to see you. We haven't been here in so long. The house is gorgeous. It needs some work, but I can always help you with that."
Yep. And then he put the flower that killed the grandfather, in the drinks, and he says, "Well, you're all just gonna die," and he leaves.
Yeah,
it was much better done than I just described it. There was a line, I was like that, but it was great. And then he goes to the garden, and he goes and looks for Lori, and he finds
he's like
buried.
Looking for Lori. Yeah, and he's like half buried into the ground.
Yeah,
and then he says, "No, you can't have him."
Oh no, give him back! And he's like digging him up, and at this point, he's kind of like realizing he's not a human. Like, he's very because his hands are going back made of wood. Yeah. And then the lawyer is still there. Oh my God. The lawyer is we haven't talked about this. The lawyer was there, and Evander, who now we know is Hazelthorn. His name is Hazelthorn. He's like, "Please just give me a little, I'll go." And he stabs him with the thing, and he's like, "No."
Yeah.
And Lloyd is like, "Hey," because now Hazelthorn, not Evander, Hazelthorn is really scared. He's like, "No, I just want to eat things. I want to devour things. You're not safe here. You need to leave. Shut the gates and leave." And then Lori goes to the thing. And I actually really loved how he's walking away and he goes, "There wasn't a kiss or anything. We just knew he needed to do it that way." And I was like, "Ah." And then he throws he locks the gate and then throws the key into the garden. And then runs and tackles
the line that he says at dinner after he poisons them. Is he says, "And cheers to you all, and long may you rot."
Oh fuck! So great,
so good,
so
amazing.
And so then Lori throws the key and comes and tackles him to the ground and is holding him in the ground, and Hazelthorn is like, "No, you needed to leave. You're not safe here." And he's like, "No, I am. Because, you need love. You're wanting this love." And so then they end up staying. Oh my God. And he's like, "We'll rebuild. It's okay." And his stitches are made out of, vines.
Yeah, it is, it is really good because I do think that one of the things that I really loved about this book, especially towards the end, when when he finds out that he's Hazelthorn, he finds out because Lori is like he's having flashbacks of like what's happening. And because Lori, like, in the Red Room tells him, like, I wished for you. I wanted a friend. I wanted a friend so bad that I gave the garden my blood to make you, to have you, to want you. And, you know, Evander at this point is still struggling, and like one of my favorite lines is like when Evander is like, am I even real? And Lori says, you are. You're so real that I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop thinking of you. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, so it was good. Like one of those things where it's like you are. You are so real that I could never not be with you. And Lori like openly says, like, I'll never leave you. I'll never leave you. That's why Lori wanted Hazelthorn so much. Not only because, you know, they, like, it's a big estate and whatever, and they're rich and all that shit, but he wanted Evander. Yeah. He's always wanted Evander. Yeah, he didn't want to leave. And also it's like, I think that it's so poetic that they stay there in the garden together. Yeah. That, like, Evander, like, wraps Lori into him, and like me, in my mind, I'm like, first of all, this is a creature feature. Yeah. I don't care. This is a creature feature, and I didn't want to ruin it the first part, because actually I hadn't finished the fucking book by that time, and I was like, I'm not trying to say that it is a creature feature, because Lori is in love with a creature. Yep. Hazelthorn is a creature that, like, Hazelthorn, Evander, he's not a boy. He is the garden. Yeah. He is a manifestation of a garden. He's the personification of the garden. Do you imagine him looking... Okay, this is going to be really awful. And this is... Like, do you imagine him looking like the garden, or do you imagine him looking more like a human? I think at the beginning, he looks very much like a human. And then at the end, more garden. I think towards the end, as his hand is growing back, as he, you know, is like, you know, his ribs are sprouting more, and like more things are coming out from him, I think he's looking more and more like the garden. Yeah. But I think at the very beginning, he is very much looks like a human. Yeah. You know, we're on the same page. Yeah, of, like, you know, to have that, like, facade crumble almost. And, you know, the more blood that he spills, the more that they take from him, the more he resembles the garden. Yeah. And I also just think that it is so poetic that they are the garden. Yeah. That they stay together forever in the garden. Yeah. Oh, it's so great. And I love how they're like, well, we could find the keys, but we don't need to. The garden will show us where it is. Yeah. It's the, you know, Lori gives Evander the key to the Red Room, and Evander throws it into the large overgrown garden, and Lori says, why did you do that? And he said, we're never going to need it again. Yeah. Let it just be us, and if we ever need it, the garden will find it for us. Yeah. You know, the garden will tell us what it wants and, like, what it needs, and we can just be here together forever. Yeah. You know, and it's also, like, said that, like, the Evander's, like, rage becomes so much that like, the garden swallows half of the house. Like, half of the house is just covered in vines, and it is swallowed up by the garden, and it is really just we're gonna close it up, let it die. Yeah. We're not gonna say or do anything, we're just gonna be here together for the rest of our lives. And it's also so really sad, because I know that Lori's already dead. Like, he's holding a corpse. Yeah. Like, he's dead. And, you know, he doesn't get to have him anymore, which is sad, but also so good.
But we can also just imagine that they're together, living forever.
Yeah, they died together, living together forever, and in my mind, Evander has wrapped Lori into his arms, and they grow into a beautiful tree.
Yes.
Immediately. That is how I feel.
Yeah?
That's how I feel about it.
Well, this was a great book.
It was. I really liked it, and I liked that it was more of a creature feature than anything.
And I will say that, I know we talked about it briefly, and we don't talk about it much, but I did like this one more than in the, oh my god, I keep wanting to call it In the Tall Trees. Don't Let the Forest In. Because I do like how this was more horror than, like, a mental health thing.
Yes.
Which I do like how it was represented in Don't Let the Forest In. I think they did a great job. But I do like this one where it was like, no, like, this is a horror, it's a creature feature. It's... Stop. It is
an alarm.
Yes, it is. 10:30.
Why do you have so many alarms set right now?
I don't know. I don't normally have that many. I normally have the 10:30 one. But other than that, I don't.
Yeah, I'm like, where are you going? You know, where are you going? You know that we're doing this. Where are you going?
That's to send my reminder texts, because I always forget.
Valid.
Yeah. But I like how it's more of a creature feature, more of a horror, and it wasn't, like, yes, obviously mental health was a huge thing, but mental health was incorporated in a way where it flowered with the creature feature, not this is happening because of mental health. I love that.
I agree.
So out of 10, I'd probably give this book, God, maybe like a 9. This was really good.
Really?
8 to 9.
I'd give it an 8 for sure.
Like a high 8.
Like, see, I don't know. I think it's just an 8. I really liked it, and I really, really did enjoy it. I'd give it an 8. I love the flower. I love the fluff. I love the prose. I also understand why there's probably a lot of mixed reviews on it, because I know for a fact that a lot of people don't have the patience to read a book like this.
Yeah.
In terms of the flower and the fluff and the imagery.
A lot of flowery imagery, but I
are like not into that, but like I loved that. To me, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I would highly recommend this book to anybody if they asked. Yeah. I do think that it was definitely one of the better books that we read out of the series.
Absolutely.
I think this author for me was like the highlight of our little like Halloween like type of arc that we just did of like one-off books. I think that this was like a really big highlight for me. I think that she was my favorite author so far that we've read, at least out of this small section that we just did.
Yeah. I because you can't really compare. I'm very much a person where like you can't really compare different genres, because like this does not really compare to Fourth Wing, if that makes sense. Like, you can't compare them. You could like one over the other more, but it's hard to compare. Or like,
it's hard to compare like genres and crossovers and things like that.
You can't compare Hill House to Phineas and Ferb. Like,
no,
Hill House to Gravity Falls.
Yeah, it's just
Gravity Falls
different.
maybe a little bit more, but even then.
Yeah, it is one of those things where it's like I think that Hazelthorn, in my mind, is better than Don't Let the Forest In.
Yeah, I agree.
But out of this series, I think Hazelthorn and In the Tall Trees are like my favorite top books out of this small mini series that we've done so far.
I agree. Because it's just, and also like they're just so different, and I love
and they're so different. The POVs are very different.
Very different.
Hard to compare very much because more they
imagery and like flower. Like, I mean, when we say like flowery, I mean
one is
language
is this is a romance.
Oh, for sure.
This is a gothic romance, and that's what it is.
100%.
In the Tall Trees is not a romance.
No, it's not.
It is not a romance. So it is just it's a pure horror.
Very different emotions from them.
Yeah,
and but I agree with you. Those are my two top from our little Halloween miniseries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that we got to finish this up in March, but
we're jumping into another fantasy series.
Yeah.
And it's an indie book. So everybody please support the author. We're going to be posting about it and support the author,
it's gonna
because
be so much fun.
it's going to be super fun, and we have a lot of fun little treats coming up. So stay tuned.
So I think that's all for me.
Same.
Great. So make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Write down in the comments what you guys thought about this book. What would you guys rate this book? And how did you guys feel about our little mini-series as well? We'd love to have feedback on that. If you'd like to support us in any other way, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link. Anything is greatly appreciated. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for listening to us talk and go off topic and then talk about what we're actually here to talk about, and just we really do enjoy that. Yeah. And we've really loved the void that we made for ourselves.
Yeah, I think we found a nice little comfortable spot.
Yeah, and the last thing that we have to say to you is,
what did the void say to you?